So for those of you who don't know, I turn 19 tomorrow. I have been doing YouTube since I was 14. Very, very on and off. But I, over the years, have come to realize that I'm not ancient as an 18-year-old. So turning 19, I'm like, I'm still young. And I wanted to make this video as kind of like a, it's my last day of still being what I've considered to be at least young, for years. So I'm kind of just doing this on the fly. I was on a walk and I decided to start recording. But here's some youthful insight, I guess you could call it. I have figured out, at least in the past little while, I don't have to have it all together. I don't have to know everything. And sure, it might annoy some people that there's probably a lot of wind and the mic's around that. It might annoy some people that I don't know everything. But really, all you gotta do is try the best you can. And that's something that I recently learned. So, don't put yourself down if you do that. Anyway, another youthful insight. What's something else I've learned? I learned that eating healthy and being active is very important, because I feel a lot better now that I am eating healthier and staying active instead of sitting on my butt watching movies and eating junk food. So that's something that I learned as well. I have learned to use my body to its fullest extent, but not to overuse it, not to damage myself, because I still have a ton of years ahead of me. However, as those years go on, basically from this point, a little bit forward from now, but basically from this point, it just goes downhill. From what I've heard from the older people, and by older, I mean like people that are not 25 and under, older people. Basically, I've just heard that it goes downhill physically from here. So, I'm making the best I can of it. Yeah. I love how my eyes look in this light. I am not sure if I have like ADHD or something. Here are my thoughts. This is just a look inside of this big old noggin. I think that growing up having screens and having those inputs like constantly, I don't think I necessarily have ADHD, but I think I've programmed my brain to constantly be swapping focuses, right? So I can, if I really try, I can just focus forward and do something and say something on it, like continue in a conversation on one topic, but my brain wants to swap over and over. And I've stopped myself as of recent years, but the point of this video is really unclear. I think that's okay. Whoever wants to, this might be entertaining. And if it's not entertaining, maybe you have it on in the background, and that's okay. I'm really glad I haven't run into anybody, because I don't like social interactions with people that I don't know most of the time. Even with some people that I do know, because it's like, I'm very awkward. I'm just gonna straight up admit that. I can be really awkward. And I feel sorry for the people that know me, because that really sucks for them sometimes. Sucks for me too. But I think I'm okay, I think one of the things that I'm really grateful for is having friends that are younger than me. The majority of my friends are a year or a couple of years, even if like a few years younger than I am, right? I have quite a few friends that are like 15 or 16, right? And it makes me, well, they make me feel old sometimes, but like, it keeps me youthful, I think, because I also work, right? So I'm hanging out with people who are 40 or even like in their 50s, right? So that's something that I think is great to have, because it's great to be friends with people who are older. They can teach you a lot. But I think it's also important to stay in touch with my youthful side while I can. I'm always going to. What am I kidding myself? But I've been talking for straight 6 minutes. What if I just stopped the video in the middle of a sentence?